Greetings, YouTube viewers. I had a dream early this morning. Um, but in this dream, started off with me in the house, and my brother was in there. He had on a motorcycle jacket, and he grabbed my helmet, and he was like, "I'm gonna take your bike for a ride." I was like, "No, you're not." I was like, "You only got a driver's license. You don't got no M on your driver's license. So unless it says D and M, you're not riding my bike." So I said, take off my jacket, put my helmet down, and go use the car instead. He was like, all right. So I checked the garage before I left. Before I went out the house, the motorcycle was in there. Came out front. Not sure what state I was in, but like right by the house is like a automotive garage, and it probably had like 6 bays of guys working in there. So I went in there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, your car's down there." And he said, "But you gotta hurry because you're not supposed to be in here though." And so I was like trotting down to the other end, and another mechanic was like, "Yeah, it's down there." So I came out to the other end. And I was like, "Man, where's my car at?" And then there's this white guy, and he's selling a 2004, 2005 Audi, a red Audi, and it had like a black hood and with some rims on it. And he was selling it for $450. And this black lady was running, and she was like, "Oh, I buy it, I buy it." She pulled out her wallet, and she was getting the money. She gave it to him, and another guy had came like probably like a few seconds behind her. He was trying to get it before she did, and then I heard like a voice in the background of the lady. He was like, "Hurry, babe, hurry, get it, get it." And they were pulling it into like a garage port. So, but the look on the guy's face is what stuck out the most about that little scene. He looked like he was getting rid of stuff because it wasn't like something was coming and it wasn't going to have no value to him of keeping it. And just the look on his face, like he was getting rid of everything that he didn't need or he didn't want, and he just needed the cash. Um, it could be probably taken different ways, but that's just what I perceived when I saw the look on his face. And right after that, this happened like in the sky without the little spot. All of the lines were like white lines in the air, and it looked like the white trails that come out of fighter jets that you see in the sky. And that's actually like ice. One of my social studies teacher was a jet pilot for the Air Force, and he broke it down on what that stuff was, and he said it's actually ice. And I was like, wow, I always thought it was like a cloud trail. But so all of those came to the center, and it was like a fixed point, but you couldn't see it. But all of them, like, it had its destination, and once it hit, like some type of judgment or plague happened. Now I can't remember the first one. I remember what it was inside the dream I had, but I can't remember it. Like, it's been blocked, until an appointed time. And the second time it happened, then I saw some frogs. And frogs is part of the plagues that God released on Pharaoh in Egypt because he won't let his people go. And every time something happened, people, and after it was over, they went back to their normal thing, shopping, talking on the phone. I'm like, what in the world? I was like, thinking to myself, what kind of world am I in? And like after the first two incidents, there was like a space, like a break, and I perceived that the Lord wanted people to repent. Like these first two were like warnings, and like it was just gonna get worse. And right after like the space, like I was like I was asking Jesus to help. I was like, please, Jesus, please help me. And went into this building, and some people were in the buildings like trying to hide from it. Excuse me. And then my friend was in the dream, and she came out the bathroom, and then there was like this security guard personnel, she had like some type of device. It was probably like this big, enough to fit to go over a cell phone, and she was scanning people's cell phone. And now that was like weird. It was kind of like, this big, and she was like, "Let me see your phone. You know the routine." And she went like this, shh, and then she would give them their phone back to him. Now I don't know if she was like, I don't know what that scan was doing. I don't know if like she was erasing stuff off the phone or copying it, but whatever device she had, she was scanning people's phone. Now I felt my phone in my pocket, and she didn't ask me for my phone, and if she did, I wasn't gonna give it to her anyway. I was gonna take off and run. I've had so many dreams where I'm running from the military, or I'm running from some type of militia group, or I'm fighting, uh, or I'm defending somebody. I have like countless dreams. My friends like, why you always have dreams? Would you fight? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. You know, Tribune means protector and champion of the people, and Jathan is God given protector and champion of the people. So I don't know. I know I got some great purpose. I haven't harnessed the purpose yet. And when then the third thing happened. Like when I told her, I was like, go ahead to the car. Go ahead to the car. I'll be right behind you. And like the third thing happened. Like I had when we went out, and some people had umbrellas, and I took an umbrella because I didn't want like the next thing to like, I don't know what was coming next. And woo, excuse me. It's like 2:46 in the morning. I'm tired. Um, when the third one came, it was like a mist cloud. Once it hit the ground, like I saw it, and I saw like all thousands of like little like white like darts coming. Just like when you sneeze, like if you watch like Discovery or Human Development, they show it to you like in your physical education class about the human body, and when you sneeze they do it in like slow motion, and the germs, when you sneeze, it bounces off each other and spreads. Well, that's what this thing did. Once it came together, once it hit the fixed point, it went everywhere. And when it was hitting the ground, it was almost like a smoke bomb, something that you see from like the Ninja Turtle movie, but only it was like a mist, like a smoke mist, and it was burning people's eyes. Like if you ever got like some shampoo or something in your eye, and that stinging feeling, that's how it felt. Cause like one hit like a few meters from me on the ground, and this guy was like, ah, ah! And like I guess the wind blew some of it towards my way, and my eye was like burning. I was like, oh, ah. And then again, it was like this was getting more frequent. Like after that space in between the first two, I perceived that this was going to keep on happening, and like judgment was like being poured out. And like after the first two, like I said, I perceived that God was giving people a chance to repent. Like I'm gonna give you two warning shots, and it just the more this judgment came, the worse they were. And I was like scared. I was like, Jesus, please help, save me. And the last one that happened were like older model airplanes, kind of like from the movie Tor, like Pearl Harbor planes, but they were blue, and they had like a star on the end of it, like a white star, kind of like the Captain America symbol, and they were crashing down into the ground. And they were in the air but on fire. They were like catching fire instantaneously and crashing down into the ground. And like me and some other people were by a group of trees, and a piece of the airplane debris flew, and it would have hit me, but the trees and the leaves had blocked it, and that little like piece was on fire. And it's crazy. I just think that some serious stuff is about to happen. I believe that some serious stuff is about to happen, and God is giving warning signs, and soon it's not going to be no more warning signs. All of it is going to become reality. So it's time to wake up, people.